Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom, rise and shine? It's a beautiful spring day here in Finland, and I'm alive. That's right. This is a blessed life, and I wanted to transform people this morning in my nudity, in my mentality, and in my life because it's happened that way for me. It literally was one of the best days of my life. I almost got a tattoo yesterday. No one voted in, but it's true. Your boy Marky Saint is doing the do. Out here doing a photo shoot this morning with a beautiful model, and I'm gonna get myself right first and go into a universal conspiracy. Let me put some clothes on first. That would probably help. And explain to people how the universe conspires in their favor instead of against them. And I know we all like to think that the universe is against us, but I will tell you that this is a piss poor mentality. This keeps you away from your blessings, right? This keeps you away from seeing things that you couldn't see before. And yesterday I got to see. Not only did my friend come with a bunch of weed, but we sorted everything. And even though he was being pessimistic about his car, we went to a friend's place, one of his friends that has a junkyard. So the blessings never stop. They just keep shifting and they keep conspiring in your favor. And I have news for you. It's real. This life is real. The situations are real. Everything that you've been leaning on is really real. And this is why it's really happening. For most of us, we live in a world where we don't want things to happen. Let's just put this on in here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to leave it. I already got the tripod set up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And I'm going to have this meditation moment with you this morning. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That's pretty much halfway. And explain just how wonderful of a day I had yesterday. This thing wants to be just a little bit off. I'm always wondering why it doesn't want to. There we go. And it turns out that my friend Tula's got cancer. And she doesn't know how long she's going to live. She doesn't know what's going to happen with her life. You know what I mean? Like, life is ticking away in front of us all. My friend literally, who almost tattooed me, samurai shorts, who almost tattooed me, right? I'll put on some lighting. We got allergies this morning. Who almost tattooed me, almost, this might be actually going down, took me on a journey that I didn't see. And for most of us that are blind, we are always missing out because of our attitude or our ego or our fear. We start operating out of that zone, you know what I mean, where we expect things to be like they were in the past, right? Because a bad relationship happened to you in the past, and that means that the next relationship should be that way. And oh, you're running out of money, so fear should take place. And you can't see your forest through the trees, so there's no way. You know, it reminds me of the time this last Super Bowl where the guy's been doing it for 40 years and didn't think that AI had a way. And because he didn't know the way, he scuttled the next way. He sabotaged his possibilities. And there's plenty of people that live in that mentality. They'd rather be right than choose peace. They'd rather be in control than go with the flow. And they simply don't know how to get out of their own way. And universe conspired in my favor yesterday, so much so that not only did I get my ass out of the house and into the sunshine, thank the Lord, thank the universe and this beautiful planet, and go with my friend. I was like, I don't want to go to no car thing and watch you get a smog check, you know? And him being, I don't know if it's gonna pass, I don't know, it's gonna pass. And of course it didn't pass, but it passed him to the junkyard, which already had everything that he needed for 400 euros. It's going to pass. And that's what ends up happening. We as ourselves say this has to happen here before I get to here. I can't move past this. I can't leapfrog these events. I can't get past my emotions. I can't make my brain stop working. And that's just all can't behavior. I'm talking about possibilities you can't even see. And that's the can't I believe in is the things I can't see are there. The beautiful model saying yes. I couldn't see that, but I expected it, and now it's here. And who knows? She might show up any moment, and we'll let her in on the live too and explain why she's here. But I'm sure it's the energy. I'm sure it's my energy, my inner me, that energy that says, hey, I'm here, I'm present, I'm real. I'm really making my dreams come true. I'm really comfortable to be around. I really do have brands for you. And I really do take pictures and modeling seriously enough that I started making my own tattoos that people will wear. You know what I mean? Designs that people love. Hey, Mark, nice hoodie. And also that I'm traveling Europe. Like every knob is different. All the electric devices are different. Pretty much all the floor plans are different. Yep. And we're smoking a little bit of different. Join We Club. But it was really a trip to grab her. She had no idea that we were picking her up. And she was so shocked. I came up and I'm like, can I get your bag? And she was like, got her little red leather crocodile bag, like it looked like something out of the Matrix. She just had such a unique bag, and she's getting so old, her right arm won't work. And, I had to help her out. And of course I'm going to help her out. She's our little old lady. She's like our little mascot. And this little old lady, you wouldn't believe, actually came with Juice about 8 years ago now to Las Vegas while I was having a photo shoot with naked women, and she just showed up. They drove in from the desert, falled in, made the hand, hopped in right into the photo shoot, and we did a Las Vegas photo shoot with topless girls at my house, full on makeup, full on hair, full on photos. That's what they walked in on. Now, fast forward 10 years later, and she's talking about being the first woman to have a cannabis coffee shop in Finland, growing weed, and needs my help. I've been invited to go to the north by Sweden and Norway, up to Oulu and past and beyond. I thought I went to the furthest north I've ever been. I got invited last time 2 years ago and never got to participate. Now I sit here not wondering where the rent will come from, or how am I going to pay for the next 400 euros to rent an Airbnb, and all that's beyond me. The universe conspires without you. It makes things move that you couldn't see. And that's kind of like the shell game. If you're in New York City or something to that effect, where you're trying to follow the ball along, you're doing your most diligent, being a hyper vigilant person, and what they end up doing is they become pedantic. And pedantic means someone that trips over details and points it out to everybody. Life is not about details. Life is about energy, and it doesn't matter if you have the calculations right, or you made enough money, or you think you're in position. I got news for you. The universe can strike you down really quickly. Heart attacks, cancer, like my friend, situations like my other friend in Boulder City had a house fire. Like, you think that you are so strong, but the universe is stronger, and it's conspiring for your favor. It's not sitting there going like, oh yeah, I'm sending her this fucking problem to be an asshole. That's not what the universe is doing. They're sending you situations for you to rise from. Situations that you can arise to and see just how strong you are and how happy life can be. This is the conspiracy. If we think that it's always the government, or it's always it's your attitude. You don't want to hear it, but it's not the government, it's your attitude. And it's not your ex, it's the things you won't change. And it's not your situation that is to blame. It's character over circumstance. It's how your character in this game called life decides to show up and blaze out, or hide and mix in. And I see people that hide and mix in. I watch people on the streets from yesterday, and the NPCs, and the people that just walk around as if their life doesn't exist. They're afraid to make a brand. They're afraid to wear something different. They're afraid of their whole life. Hell, I was afraid of getting a tattoo yesterday. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm making decisions that'll make me into the future. I already know me. I would already get 5 tattoos. I need a Saints Addiction here, a Mostly Saints here, a Saints brand here, a 702 here, LBOG there. It becomes a new addiction. And I asked my friend, or why would you want me to be in pain? Why would you want to introduce me to cocaine? You know what I mean? Like, if this is as addictive as you say it is, he's like, the money for the clients, he was just joking. But for him, it was Mr. Gray. He was already convinced of my yes, started setting up everything. I think it was for his client for the next day. But it was almost like, if I go in this room, not only am I curious, but my soul called me to it. And if I sit on that bed or that massage table, then for sure I'm getting a tattoo. And if the what do they call these things? I don't even know what to call it. If the stamp or the I don't know, it's a beautiful day outside. If the stencil, right, goes on 4 different times, he said I'm like one of 2 people that have ever walked away after the stencil's been on, after they liked the placement, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, that sounds like me. Let's blaze one for the nation. Keep token and roken with me. You mentioned Saints Addiction, cartridge sold separately. Hit me in the DMs and get 15% off of Broken Vapes. Gotta unclog it. Like unclogging my allergies. But when we sat there, all of a sudden, I didn't know what I was going to do for the next month. He called somebody. Hold on a second. My nose is running. Allergies, bro. Allergies. Yeah. He said, oh, the place has been gone for 6 months. I said, oh, well, I just want to see the flowers bloom. I just want to see the trees come in to spring. I really earned the thing, being here in the winter for a month and it being so cold. Now I get a chance to enjoy the spring. And there was Tula saying she wanted to invest in me, in weed, in a coffee shop, and invite me to the furthest north I can be for free. And I was worried about money or what would happen next, or how was I going to get to Denmark, or trying to stress. And I'm telling you, the universe is conspiring on your favor. You need to stop stressing and start blessing. You need to start doing the mental push-ups of getting yourself ready for the journey that is taking place. A lot of us, I knew I saw hair there. A lot of us thinking that stressing is going to change the outcome in the end. That if we put our most stress face, resting bitch face on the topic, that's all of a sudden going to heal us from whatever situation is befuddling us. And it's like we're fighting against the gods. This is why it's a universal conspiracy, because you think that the gods are trying to stop you. The gods are trying to send you the task that makes you. That's the difference. It's like, you asked for it, now you got to earn it. And most of us don't want to earn it. We just want it to have it. It appear like an Amazon package and no other sweat was made, and it doesn't work that way. I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the situation. What it is you got to make yourself a way. You make yourself every day. Your habits define your reality, and what condition the situation appears for you. If you're appearing in a scattered form, instead of Ihana, like my friend, she was like, perfect timing. She had no idea that I was coming. I picked her bag up. She thought someone was stealing from an old lady. She was so godsmacked, she couldn't say anything. And then we go eat some poke bowls, and that's exactly what she wanted. She'd been on the bus for, 8-10 hours, and she wanted the same thing. It was so serendipitous that our friend that came to Las Vegas, that I haven't seen in 2 years since last time I was here, and now she's in front of me on her last days, talking about let's grow some weed and you can stay and come on a journey with me for free. The universe conspires. It's a universal conspiracy, and I wanted to be a part of it. Yes, bless. Let's bless up some morning marijuana motivation. But what a journey it's been to be here with my friends, and I ain't seen them in 2 years, and there we were. I kept pinching myself, and I'm like, this is one of my favorite memories. Coming in springtime into Finland and having all this beautiful, there's a mirror and a walk-in closet and having all the beautiful spring air. And I said last time I just wanted to come around and make sure that I did a photo or a 360 camera hanging around the beautiful view of downtown Helsinki and how beautiful the architecture is and how some people never get to see it. They only get to see the pictures, and how many times I've been to Helsinki and how used I am being there in the springtime and how valuable that is, that I can just snap my fingers and hang out with my friends and roll into this beautiful, again, a memory that I already had. I was doubling up on memories, and even more so now that it's my birthday and I dropped off my friend. She was hanging out with her sister in the end. Now they invited us over. I'm dropping her off at her sister's house. And her sister's like, hey, you guys want to go in the sauna? And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to go in the sauna. Sauna? You know, hell yeah, I want to get in the sunshine. Sunshine. And hell yeah, I want to do it on time and make my own life a reality and make things universal and happy and stay in the sunlight and get what's right and get what's coming to me out of my life. Yeah, I will sign up for that. Yeah, I will be the guy that makes his dreams into reality and not live in fear and have beautiful women show up when they feel sexy enough, and then they write Saints Addiction Slut all over their bodies, or they follow through with whatever request that I make. And I'm a dom and I got subs, and how did that happen? And how did Faceless Born get launched? And how did I not live in fear to ask Becca Barbie to fucking film with me, and she said yes. And you know, everything that I was like, no way she's gonna do that, it's getting done. No way I can stay another month, it's getting done. You know, this is what kills me, this is what stops me, got turned into this is what starts me, this is my plan. So I had no plan on joining my friend. I wanted to stay in my comfortable home that I paid 50 euros for every day. And you know what? This will not be my cage. You will not catch me painting the bars or painting on more bars to my cage. No way. No way. It's all a possibility. I forgot 2 years ago she invited me. You want to come up to Oulu? The timing wasn't right. Now she needs my help. She can't move her right hand. She needs massages. She's the cool older lady. She's the cool granny. And she said, this is like a fucking movie. I want to invest in a movie. I want to film. It was like a reverse Fear and Loathing, where you go from Las Vegas to the Laplands, or you go from Laplands to Las Vegas. And that's what we're saying. My life is a movie, and I'm directing it. I'm on set live like I'm Mel Gibson. My muscles are popping, my belly's gone down, I look good, I'm getting compliments on YouTube. Girls are like, you're fine as fuck, I appreciate you. You know, they're now just getting the message. I'm just now making the thumbnails. I'm just now re-editing it. And it's not just me, it's my team in India with Sing, and my team in Japan with Miles, and my team in Denmark with Mass. We're making this thing a reality, and it's happening. I'll get to Denmark, I'll get to Italy, I'll get to touch Rome, and I'll probably get on my knees and kiss the Colosseum floor. Thank you, universe, for shining on me. That's what it is. All those times moving as a kid, every year with my father, being a construction worker and working himself out of the gig, was preparing me to pack. You know, being an ultimate packer, I must have 6-7 bags. I know how to pack, I know how to travel, I know how to organize. It was all preparing me for this journey. And I sit here in the sunshine just absorbing all of this energy from the universe going, bring it to me. the beautiful models coming to me. We're gonna do photo shoots today. Hopefully she's here. You guys can see. I'll go live, and you can imagine that the one day that the girl broke my heart and ended up working for the other booth, Reliable Models started, and 10 years later, I got models all over the world wanting to film with me, wanting to wear my clothing, appreciating the hoodie, appreciating the hard work, appreciating my imagination, and that's all I can ask. You know what I mean? That's all I can ask, is that the clouds keep going by, and I keep staying high with my life. I'm high on life. And I wanted to share that universal conspiracy with people that I had no idea I was going to see Tula that day. She had no idea. I surprised the fuck out of this old lady, and we got to spend all day with her making about this little old lady that she just sits there in her home because this crying because her shoulder hurts. Now she's got two strong men picking her up, holding her bags, buying her lunch, getting the poke bowl that she wants, bringing her to her family. She's just like, I can't believe this. I'm escorted by two gangsters. She said when she answered the door, the two gangsters. Apparently this tattoo would be two gangster, but it's gotta happen. I'm 45. I've already been disowned by my father. My brother doesn't even claim me on Instagram. My mom threw my shit out. And I'm my own man. It's time I go in my own direction, wear my own logo, be about that life, and take those opportunities when they come. He was going to do it. I said, let me think about it. It's still on me. And I'm like, I can't believe I went this far and didn't finish, you know? And then it's like, okay, well, if the model shows up, does that mean she's not going to finish? Does that mean my dreams aren't going to finish? And it's like, there you go again, going down the wrong road. What you need to be is just riding this ride and say, I'm here now. That's all that matters, is that I'm here fucking now, bro. I'm here now in Europe. You know, most people say they want to travel the world. I've done it. Most people say, I would love to go through Europe. And my friend's like, every time you've been through Europe, you still haven't come to Italy? I'll be there in June. And the models that kept saying, I want to film in May, they're not coming. So I'm going to keep on with my journey. I'm not going backwards. I'm only going forwards. And get as many models as I possibly can, find my designs because they got lost, but luckily I found the shirt that I need for her to do the photo shoot today. It's a universal conspiracy that I didn't have a plan, but the universe had a plan for me, that it was going to make me into the man that I asked it to. I asked for this. I asked for that helmet. I asked for that sword. I asked for this adventure. And it gave me one. And sure, there have been times that were hard, but it was making me into a hard man. And then there were times that were super hard, and it made me into a soft man, like losing my baby. And that's what this really is for. It's for Sion, who would have been born today, April 26th, an April Taurus baby like me and my grandpa. Legacy would have continued. He would have been Francis Mark St. Arnaud the 7th. And I have to live with that. You know, I have to come with a life that life didn't happen, and maybe a better life is happening. Maybe he's sending me a better bride, a better wife, and a better mother for my children. You know, that's what I'm saying to myself. You know, maybe it didn't paint the picture that I wanted, but that's not my job. The universe's job is to conspire and go higher. It's my job to appreciate what I have, and that's just what it is. It's your job too. And most of us were doing the job like my buddy was doing in his head, where he was being pedantic. He was mentioning everything that was wrong, but that also doesn't leave his mind telling him what's right. And that's what's left. I said, bro, you can point out what's wrong, but you have to live with yourself in that negativity. You have to be the person that's pointing out what's wrong instead of the person that's accepting the light. Thank you. Shine on me. Shine on me. Shine on me. Shine it on. Flame on. Flame on, bro. Be like the flame and run around on your Marvel set. Instead of being an NPC, you can be a comic book character. You can be wild and ornate and magical. My friend was talking about Spawn and how it inspired him, and then he was using AI and hand-drawn and making art what he wanted it to be. And I said, we should have an art day. Art day almost turned into a tattoo. And I got a sketch. I can't tell you when's the last time I got a sketch. And I'm like, I've always been a tagger. I've always been an artist. And here's a free thing that the universe gives me to express myself. And I do it mostly digitally. It was nice to have my phone off. Both my phones died. So I gotta be in the moment without my phone, having real lunch with my friends that I had 2 years ago. She had no idea I'd be there, and we're recreating the same situation. Last time we were at the museum and went to see Tom of Finland. We spent a whole day in the museum. When's the last time you went to the museum and got inspired with your friends? That's some fucking free fun, man. That's some awesome. But we forget museums exist. We forget libraries exist. We forget social functions exist, and we keep hibernating in our houses, waiting for Miss America to knock on our door and offer a blowjob, and not taking that adventure. And that's what I did. I took the adventure. I saw an old friend. I went into a nice sauna. Never saw a naked Finnish man get so naked in my life. He's like, oh, sauna? He started taking off his clothes in front of me. I'm like, this is such a culture shock. Finnish people, yeah, let's talk. Hey, let's go get naked and go get into a sauna. Sauna? What a fucking trip this has been. My life has been a full-on trip, and I'm so grateful to be living it. I'm so grateful that the universe has conspired in my favor. I'm so gonna go with it and go with Tula this second time before she dies, and go plant some weed and grow a cannabis shop and help her with her broken arm, give her massages, and go far north away from everyone, and write my books, and then take a train bus down from Sweden all the way where I need to go to Denmark. Why not? Why not go in a direction I've never gone before? We were at the cabin. That's the farthest north in the hemisphere I've never been. I've always wanted to go to the Laplands. I've always wanted to say I've been in the Arctic Circle. And especially now that it's coming springtime, it's going to be so perfect weather and untouched nature and beautiful blossoms. And yeah, sure, I'm not going to be as social as I'd like to be, but it will help me concentrate on my business. You know what I mean? And this is what it is. The universe conspiring in my favor, carving me into the statue of David because it was meant to be. We're all marble being chiseled away, and let it chisel away those bad habits. Let it chisel away that other version of you. Let it chisel away the version of you that was fearful, and let those bricks fall where they may, and leave the statue that you are. The ultimate character, the hero in your journey, the fucking master and commander of your ship. That's what it's doing for me, and it's a full-on trip. A full-on trip. So only a full trip's on what's behind them, and I plan on falling forward. I plan on shining, and as this sun warms me up on this beautiful blue baby blue skies, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna pick it apart. I'm not gonna give it any worry. I'm not gonna let it stress. I've lived long enough to see myself make it through way worse, and that's built me the man I am today. So when someone asks me why am I CEO, because I'm the creator of this executive order. I am the one that asked to be brandished by fire and strong enough to withstand the elements, and been tempered into the flames and in the furnace, so that way I would be strong as steel when I came out. You want to be the Man of Steel? Oh my God. You want to be Superman? You want to be a fucking comic book character? Expect underground story. Expect yourself to go through some Charlie Parkers. Expect yourself to make it through the flame and through the fire. That's what it is. Chaka Khan said it best. Through the fire, through the living, through the walls, just a chance to be with you. I'd rather risk it all. And that's it. I risked it all, and it just puts fucking tears in my eyes that this universe was so wonderful to let me have such a beautiful day yesterday that was so perfect in Ihana and covered with opportunity and positivity and creativity. It just leaks, you know. My friend's a super dope artist. He's super professional. He's been waiting to tattoo me for forever, and I think today's would be a good day to do that. After this photo shoot, I'm gonna fucking get my first tattoo and say that I've actually done it instead of talked about it. And you know, I'm not afraid of my father. I'm not afraid of my body, and I'm not afraid of my art. And it's been a wonderful journey. I must say, this whole situation from losing babies to being in the shine to moving past ultimate pain and actually still feeling some happiness and to creating my life and warming my soul. It's been a blessing, y'all. So I'm telling you, the universe is conspiring in your favor. It's your job to go with the flow and accept your journey. And every time a task is presented to you, it's making you into the man that needs to walk that path. That's this morning's marijuana motivation. It's a conspiracy at last, and I'm not even a conspiracy theorist. So for all those that thought they were getting a conspiracy theory this morning, this is a philosophy theory. This is for those that want to grow their lives and don't want to live the rest of their lives in a box or just go to work and complain or take their work home with them or let life not smile on them, not shine on them, not conspire in their favor. No ma'am, no sir. This is Saints Addiction. This is my mission, and it is really happening. So go make your life happen. Go with the task. Go with the hardest path. See what kind of man it makes you, and then you will see why this journey was put in front of you. Some of the freshest air on earth, some of the best water on earth, and we're going to grow some of the best weed on earth. And every year we'll have plenty of weed, we'll have plenty of friends, and we'll have plenty of adventures. Amen. All my heart from the start, your boy Marcus Saint. Peace and love, and always Chigata. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I am in Finland right now, and I am looking at this Bavarian sky, and I'm saying goodbye for now, but not for always. I will see you later. Chigata.